I'm making this video today because I get asked this question quite a lot. In the supermarket, when you buy honey, it's often labelled as raw, fresh or organic, and let me tell you that these terms are normally used to market their product. Let's take a step back and understand how do bees make honey. In the UK, the flower season starts from about May and April-May time, and it ends in August. And that's when the bees would come out of their hives in the morning, find flowers or flowers where the nectar is quite good, collect the nectar from the flowers, bring it back to the hive and store it there. And to convert the nectar into the honey, they will reduce the moisture level in the nectar below 18%, and that's when the honey is formed. Now, coming back to the terminology that's used in the supermarkets, which is raw or organic or fresh. If you've understood the process of honey making, the honey has to be always raw and organic. There cannot be a non-organic honey. And if they're just labeling it, they're just trying to make their product stand out. And as far as freshness is concerned, once the honey is converted, when the nectar is converted into honey, it's preserved forever. So the goodness of the honey and the nutrients are preserved forever. Another thing that you'll notice in the honey jars is that some of the honey is normally light in colour and dark in colour, and generally in people, the darker honey is perceived as a better quality honey, which is completely wrong, because the colour of the honey is based on the flowers or the nectar that the bees have been collecting. So some may be lighter, darker, or another batch that I had this year was actually very dark this year. And another misconception a lot of times people get is if honey is pure, it would never crystallize, which is completely wrong, because I've got a batch here which has completely crystallized. As you can see, the jar is completely white from inside, and that is purely based on the nectar. Some of the nectars, they can handle cold temperatures well, so they will stay in the liquid form, and some of them will convert into, they'll make crystals in the honey, which doesn't change anything. All you do is just feel a slightly different texture in your mouth when you eat it. Otherwise, the nutrients and the goodness of the honey is never compromised, and it's still the same as any other honey that you can get. Also, when you buy the honey from the supermarkets, make sure that you read the label. As when I was looking up in the market, I did find some of the honeys that had clearly mentioned the minimum level of syrups that's been added in the jar. So make sure you read the labels before you buy it. And if there's a brand that you really trust and you're sure that they've produced natural honey, one thing to notice about it is when they mass produce honey in a factory, what they do is they keep the honey at a very high temperature, so it can flow like water, and they can prepare as many jars as quickly as possible. If you've seen my video where I harvested my honey of the season, you can see that each jar takes about 15 to 20 seconds to fill. And by heating up the honey, what it does is it makes the honey flow like water, and they can jar them as quickly as possible. The problem with keeping the honey at such high temperatures is that it kills any good enzymes that's in the honey, so that honey's not good at all. Hope you found today's video quite informative, and keep following my channel for any more videos, any more bee videos that you would like to see. Thank you so much for today. Bye.